your hands like, oh, you got, all right. Just maybe, I guess, talk a little bit more about what you were just talking about right now.
Inhumanities,
yeah,
man.
because I'm coughing and stuff in there.
When you're homeless, you don't live past your 60s. That's an absolute. People don't live past their 60s. I got a disability check when I was 52, I think. I'm 63 now. I would not have lived if I hadn't gotten my disability check. I would have died. I have my own physical problems. I wouldn't have made it. So you die young. And when you're out there, you know you're going to die young. St. Vincent's particularly pisses me off because they say that the homeless have diseases. And they say that all the time. I heard some young people speaking the other day. They had helped a homeless man who had an injury on his head. So they staunched the bleeding. They held something on the bleeding until the ambulance and the police got there. And the policeman said to them, "It was very nice of you to help the homeless, but you shouldn't have touched it because you can get diseases." So this is where this is the point that's in my mind right now. I was homeless 13 years ago. I think the core community in Grand Junction, Colorado, where I was, which is a smaller city, I think the core community was 50 to 75 of us. About a week ago, I got tearful. I thought, you know, I think 90% of them are dead. Now, there's no other group in the United States that has a 90% kill rate in 10 or 12 years. You see, I'm talking about inhumane. The disease thing is you tell people, they say, well, they have diseases. They don't have diseases. They have pneumonia. They have bone cancer. They have failing livers. They have human diseases. And while we make them live out there with no roof, no running water, no shack, you don't even get a shack like you do in Dominican Republic, you don't get a shack, they're dying. They're getting pneumonia sitting out there. They're getting terrible things that will kill them in their 60s, if not before. My friends are almost all dead. My friends were run over. They died from diseases. One was found in a dumpster. One of my friends was found in the river. You see? And see, I know that some of them were killed. And if you're homeless, no one checks to see. And if they find your body and you're homeless, they cremate you the next morning. And no fuss, no muss. So that you can't even ask about your friends. But what it doesn't matter, he's dust now. So, that there's no help, and there's no hope.
Wait, listen, what do you mean? Explain that. What do you mean you can't ask about your friends?
Well, first of all, the police won't talk to you, but if you did say, hey, I have some questions, well, they'd say, well, he's gone.
Oh, okay.
And when I went to the police there about complaints about women and children being raped at the local mission in Grand Junction, Colorado, they said, but Mary, you have no witnesses. And I said, but there's lots of homeless people that will witness. They said, Mary, they're, I can't say it right now, they're not recognized as human beings. Homeless in that town, they were not recognized as witnesses. So you see, if you're homeless and something happens, it doesn't matter if 10 homeless people see it happen, there are no witnesses. Yes, I blinked my eyes many times when I started learning and trying to get help from the homeless, and everywhere I went, from the DA to the head of Catholic Outreach, the nun, the saint who ran Catholic Outreach, tried to get me fired the day after I talked to her. From the very beginning, I began to understand that I was fighting forces who make money on the homeless. That's all. There's a lot of money in the homeless community. It's called the homeless industry. The homeless they said, but Mary, it's the homeless industry. I said, but Mary, it's like this all over the United States. One person can't do anything, Mary. But I did. In Grand Junction, I did. Now I'm here, and I've been here for 4 years, and yes, I have been hit. I've been bruised by the police. The police put me in a cold locker room here for about 6 or 7 hours one night. And then they let me out at 5 in the morning in the winter, and it was dark, and I had to walk home alone, and I'm not a baby, but I was sick when I got home. And because I had been arrested, I had to be in court that day. So I got to court sick. And when I told the judge that things had happened to me, he looked very serious, but he said, you'll have to talk to your lawyer. There's no help for you out there, none. And so we're dying. I'm 63. Nothing has happened for the homeless in my whole life. we've helped every other group that I'm aware of, not the homeless. And so there's something in ourselves, there's something in our culture that we let the homeless live in this most horrific condition. And since nobody ever gets to know the homeless, and even if you get to know one homeless person, you have to get to know 30 homeless people before you start to get a picture of what the hell is happening. It's horrific. And you see, the thing is, people donate to the homeless every day. I simply want the money. I don't want more money, I want our money. I want the money that's already given to us. So see, to me, it's like, I'm not even asking for money. I'm one of the few people in town who's not asking for money. There's plenty of money for the homeless.
So what are you asking for from the people of Eugene watching right now? I mean, what could they do to get involved, to help?
Occupy Eugene has a lot of people associated with it who are with Occupy Homeless. For some reason, the Homeless Coalition. There's a strong homeless coalition right now. And they're working really hard to open Opportunity Eugene, which will be a village, hopefully a healing village. However, they will also have to separate the good from the bad, the good homeless from the bad homeless. So you see, I will be at the back door because I'm here for the bad. I was the bad. They've hurt me, they've arrested me, they've hurt me I'm a bad person. You ought to know that. Although I'm probably one of the most loving people you've ever known. I've never hurt anybody, but I'm the bad. I would not fit in the Opportunity Village. I know I wouldn't, because people think they're going to help you, and that bugs me.
Right.
The homeless don't need to be healed. They don't need to be taught. They need home, like everybody else. So, there's a lot going on in Eugene right now, and if you care about the homeless, and I'm telling you that it's easy for us to help them, and there's getting to be a strong organization. Come join the Homeless Coalition here in Eugene. Help. And I'll be there. And I'll be there for the people you don't like. I'll be there for the people you kick out. But I'll be there. I'm also the people you like. I'm there for all the homeless. I'm bringing in the good and the bad. And I just started saying that openly. And I will bring it about. I seem to be getting stronger every year. I just get stronger and stronger. And I'm not going away until, and I tell them, you know, you can hurt me, it doesn't matter, I'll be right back. And I'll be stronger, and I won't be alone next time. I'm bringing them in. You kill me, I don't care, I'll be right back, I swear with all my heart. It just came to me, yes, I'll be right back. I think it's true. So I don't fear for much, really I don't. Except that I cannot help the homeless. But in the city where I was in Grand Junction, Colorado, I did get a new shelter, a community homeless shelter. Not the Eugene Mission, not the Rescue Mission in Grand Junction, not where they rape women and children. I got a community homeless shelter. And the homeless said it's one of the best shelters in the United States. I did that. I got a new soup kitchen, a brand new soup kitchen. Eugene doesn't have a soup kitchen. I want a soup kitchen for them here, of course. I got this huge building full of toys, clothes, pots and pans, free. For anybody in town, free. It's all there, donated to the homeless every day. See, I don't want more money, I want our money. It's there, it was there in Grand Junction. They said, well, we can't afford to help the homeless. Well, they did. But they helped. Here, all I get, I haven't gotten any help. But I do believe I will have victory. And the city is being brought to deal with the homeless thing because of the Homeless Coalition and the Occupy movement, which is backing the homeless all over the United States.
Do you guys do any involvement at all with like the Eugene Warming Centers, or are you familiar with that?
Oh yes,
organization?
the Eugene Warming Centers involves, I don't know, 3, 4, 5 churches here in town, and they open up when it gets below